Good afternoon, Facebook friends and YouTube friends. Hope everyone is staying warm. Here in Ontario, we had quite a bit of snow last night, so it's really looking like Christmas now. I want to welcome each and every one of you, and also welcome my good friend Krista, uh, who is going to explain and help us. Learn more about this digital business that we do. And so, Krista, thank you for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me, Jose. And like you
Well,
say, it's a nice wintry day here in Ontario, Canada.
yes, it sure is. Yeah, yeah. It's so funny because the days that it didn't snow, we kind of miss it. And now that we have snow, we only want it for one day and then we're done, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you went out and shoveled.
I'm not a winter lover, so I don't really want it at all. But
Yeah, yeah. Well, just put it in your mind that a lot of people are very happy.
that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
So let's start with when did you start your online business and why were you looking for something online?
Okay. Well,
Or were you?
I started this online business in 2020. And the reason I did, well, I started looking way before 2020, probably a couple of years. And the reason I did was because I was a single mom. I didn't get
Mm,
any, and live paycheck to paycheck, just like so many other people. And I didn't get any money put away for my later years.
right.
So as I started getting up into my mid 50s, I started thinking, oh my goodness, like I have to think of something to do because I don't want to work forever, right?
Mm, mhm,
Um, and so I specifically was looking for something online just because I feel that the world is going that way. Like everybody's
mhm.
working online and everything's digital nowadays, and so I was specifically looking for something online. I didn't have any idea what I really was going to do, but that's what I was looking for, and I started searching, and an ad came across my feed one day, probably about a couple of years after I really started thinking about it
Mm.
and about this specific digital business. And that's how I got started. I took the steps to get started, and I did my research to make sure it was a legitimate business because that's what was most important to me at the time.
Sure.
And there you go. Here I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah. Very good. So, what was your background before you started the business?
Well, my main background, I was an office manager in long-term care.
Hmm.
And a lot of my work experience before that is office related. But raising my girls, I did whatever was available. I worked two and
Hmm.
three jobs. So I have a vast array of experience. I would clean houses. I would, I'd work in retail. I do whatever was available, basically. Yeah.
I think we've all done the same, right?
Yeah.
I know myself working at the hospital. It was a small hospital in a rural area, and I worked on the floor with nurses, but then they were short in the kitchen. So I trained in the kitchen, picked up extra hours there. Then they were short in housekeeping. So I trained for housekeeping. And then I trained for surgical CSR work, so cleaning surgical instruments. And so I have all that experience. So
Exactly.
yeah, we do what we have to do, right? So
Exactly.
yeah, yeah. So what do
Mhm.
you like the most about an online business?
What I like the most about it is that I get to spend a lot of time with my grandchildren. That was very important to me. Uh, because I didn't have grandparents growing up, my grandparents had their children very late in life, so they were very senior when I came along, and
Okay.
they were gone not too long afterwards. So I didn't have that experience of having grandparents in my life. So it was really important for me to do that for my own grandchildren. But the only way you can do that and really be present and do the things you love with them is if you have time. So
Mm,
that is the most thing I love about this business, is having the flexibility of time to be able to schedule when you work, when you don't want to work,
mhm,
uh, when you want to spend family time or even just personal time, spend the day
mhm.
shopping or whatever. The flexibility of time is just phenomenal. And that's exactly why I really targeted working online, was because I wanted that, right? Yeah.
So you say flexibility. Now I keep thinking, so um, you're able to work both on your computer and on your phone, I'm assuming.
Yes. Oh, and I do a lot of my work on my phone. I've really adapted to working on my phone because I'm on the go so much. And
Mm-hmm.
so I do, of course, I do work on my computer as well. But I'd have to say probably 75 to 80% of my work I do on my phone. So it
Okay.
can be done anywhere. It's really on the go, right?
Mm-hmm. It is portable for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Excuse me. Sorry about that. How would you say that you've changed since, like, has the business changed you in any way throughout the learning process and the training and whatnot?
Oh, goodness, yes. Because
Sorry.
when I first, although I really wanted to work online because of the flexibility and be able to work online, it really was not really in my character, because I'm not one to take pictures of myself. I'm not one to do videos of myself, or even this interviewing. That was very foreign to me when I first started. So that was a real learning curve for me. But it has been such a blessing too, because it's opened
Mhm.
me up in ways that I never thought I could when I first started this business. And meet so many people online from all over the world, because we're global. And
That's right.
the people are so kind and gracious. I can't say enough about our community. So
Mhm.
absolute personal growth and opening myself up and allowing the world to see me, for sure. Yeah, and it's been a blessing.
Yes, that's true for all of us.
Yeah.
I still have a tickle in my throat. So I I put the title "Life by Design with Krista" as a title. What does that mean to you? Life by design.
Well, that means that you can tailor this business to your own lifestyle.
Mm.
So you may be working full time and only want a side gig, or want something to do, periodically, and build it for your later years and use it then. Or you just might, want a little bit of side income, and that's fine. Or you may want to do it full time. And whether you do it full time or part time, you can schedule it to your own lifestyle. Like with me, I'm on the go all the time. I'm either with my grandchildren or doing something with friends, or I like to be active. I like to hike and in the summer kayak. I do mostly everything on my phone. I just take it, and I have access to my business 24/7. So it's great for me that way. But you may be the type of person that just wants to do it, for an hour a day and sit with it in your office, in your home office, and do it that way. So you
Hmm.
really can tailor it to your own needs.
Right. Yeah. For me, there's been a huge learning curve that, uh, it didn't stretch me that much because I love to learn. But
Yeah.
I didn't realize that there would be a lot to learn, but it's the support that we have that makes it so much easier, right? So,
Yeah.
we have a community of people that we can reach out to, or we also have Google and YouTube to help us. But sometimes it's nice to have someone who's been through the same experience and can help us along. So, yeah, it's a great business. So I want to invite everyone who is watching or who will watch this interview. If you're looking for something on the side for extra income, um, some of us are looking for replacing our income. Some of us have replaced our income. Um, just to sign up into my webpage at www.infocjpain.com. You see it here on the screen, and you will be brought to my webpage. And there you would enter your name and your email, and I will send you a link to the live webinar. Actually, it's not live right now, it's recorded, but we would get you that. You can watch the replay and get some more information. It's really just a peek at a business plan for an online business that many of us are doing across the world right now. So again, Krista, I want to thank you for your information and your time. And thank you for everything you do for the group here. You're always such a teacher and a mentor. And I don't think I could do this without people like you. So I really appreciate you.
Thank you, Jose. And thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure.
Oh, well, it was a pleasure for me too. So thank you so much. Take care now.